after seeing that, I want to go mountain biking or take up mountain biking as a sport. But you know what would be nice? After a day of hitting the trails, it's hot, you're sweaty, an ice cold pineapple.
Oh, can you imagine?
An ice cold pineapple.
Something so fresh.
Exactly, and that is what we're using in our kitchen today. We're talking about pineapples and creating interesting recipes. But Chef Chart, you've also educated us a little bit on this very exotic fruit.
Absolutely. Well, indeed, or maybe not so exotic because it does grow locally exceptionally
It looks
well.
exotic. That's
Absolutely,
what I'm saying.
it does look exotic. Anyway, one of those tropical fruits we always have that wonderful association with. Anyway, first things first, choosing your pineapple.
How do you choose?
In store.
I have trouble with that because if you see them there, I mean, how do you choose which one is right?
Well, first things first, it's funny enough, not always about colour. I mean, we eat with our eyes the whole time. We're always thinking it's got to be this beautiful golden, yellowy, orange colour. It doesn't necessarily have to be that at all.
Okay.
As long as it smells amazing, done.
All right,
okay,
so the
it's
smell.
all about the smell. Smells are a very, very important part of it. So it doesn't have to be that beautiful colour. As long as it smells, smells beautiful and ripe, that wonderful sweetness that you get.
Yes.
And then to the touch, it's actually quite firm.
Okay.
So you want that bit of firmness to it. Another
Don't
one
look
I've
for
always
a
sort
soft,
of
juicy pineapple.
No, absolutely. Don't want something all squishy and all the rest of it. Another one I always look is for your leaves. So go around and sort of, see if you can put out a leaf there like that, and it just literally comes out so quickly. And that's another good little indication that it is ripe.
There's a handy
well
tip.
there. Just to make sure if you've got it at home and you don't think it's ripe, it hasn't got that wonderful pineapple-y sort of smell, then literally, I know it sounds bizarre, but stand it upside down in your kitchen.
Really?
Yep.
And that will help with
upside down.
Look
Absolutely.
at that.
And
Not only
it
are
does
you a chef,
something,
you
the
can
magic,
balance.
it does something. But anyway, upside down, and that helps the process, all those inverted starches to go into a soluble glucose that we can then digest.
Now that's something interesting before you show us how to prep it. I mean, I've heard that pineapples that are not ripe can be quite poisonous in a way.
Absolutely. Well, the body just cannot digest those inverted starches, basically. When the sweetness, those sugars, quite a fibrous cellular sort of structure, and we want to be able to break that down. So you've got to be careful. Make sure you're not consuming something that is not ripe.
Okay, cool. So how would you go about prepping this?
Very, very simple in terms of prepping it to get to a lovely clean pineapple there.
Yes.
You need to lop off the top.
Okay.
And believe it or not, that top, plant it, and it will grow into a little pineapple sort of pine.
You're kidding me.
Absolutely.
So don't throw it away.
There, it does struggle in this part in the Cape that we're in, unfortunately. But anyway, that's how you start from there. You sort of got them much more north. KZN, they do amazingly well up there. So there's lots of different regions. It is that tropical sort of climate that they're after there. And then lop off the base of it as well. And then stand around. You always want to work on a flat surface. And then literally going around, whatever knife you're comfortable with, a big knife if you're comfortable, a little knife if you're comfortable with that, it doesn't matter, it's entirely up to you. Anyway, I'm gonna go around the outside of it and just literally from north to south, working your way around the pineapple as you go there. Just taking it off bit by bit. Now you don't want too much wastage, so just taking off the skin at this stage, and then we'll remove what we term as the eyes a little bit later.
It'll help if you have a sharp knife.
Absolutely, a sharp knife. Keep that saw in motion, let the knife do the work, saw all the way down, and then take all your bits out of the way there. And then I'm going to transfer to a smaller knife because it is a little bit easier. And then what you'll sort of notice is sort of the sort of what we term as the eyes run diagonally across the actual pineapple. And what you want to do is starting at the top there at a 45-degree angle, and you're going to run your knife all the way through there, all the way down to the bottom there, and then same on the other side. And just keep working it on that side there as well. And then all this should actually sort of come out on that there. So keep it on a flat surface, 45-degree angle, cut up there, it comes out, cut up there, it comes out. And all you need to do is start working around the pineapple as you go. You got your next line. Again, it's it's quite organic, so don't be try and get too precise. And just keep working your way around, and that is what you just keep doing that
up until you
end up this beautiful pineapple. It's all been sliced, and there you go. And then what we're going to be doing is you can cut it into sort of lovely long pieces. We're going to use some lovely long pieces just now in a beautiful dish, or you can chop it up and there's your pineapple fruit salad.
Beautiful. So our beautiful dish after the break, pineapple skewers with some basil. Don't miss it. We'll be back after this.
By supporting the Flower Valley Conservation Trust, that's where we found goodness. Pick and Pay, always there for you.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3. Hope you're enjoying this Wednesday morning with us. So we're in the kitchen with Chef Chart. So we're talking pineapple today, of appelpyn, soos wat ek het geken het as 'n kind, because it hurts when it's
when you touch
prickly.
it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
appelpyn. There we go. But before we get into cooking, here's a quick interesting fact. Okay, the largest pineapple structure in the world is found right here in South Africa. It's in a place called Bathurst, which is the pineapple capital of South Africa, and it's standing at 16.7 meters tall. Can you
Quite
believe it?
large.
16.7, yes, it's man-made. And it's constructed out of fiberglass and concrete. Yeah, and exactly. And the second largest pineapple structure is in Australia, in southeast Queensland, which stands at just 16 meters
Well,
high.
I'm glad we still top the
We still
Aussies,
top
however
with
you
a
think
full-
about it, just by 0.7 of a meter.
But it's incredible. I mean, we love pineapple. So you're going to make a beautiful recipe for us this morning.
We are indeed.
Pineapple skewers, which I think is brilliant for National Bride Day coming up next
I
week.
think this is perfect. We're going to do a smoking griddle pan. Don't worry about that. I want it to smoke. I want it really nice and hot there.
Okay.
But yeah, just something really simple on the braai. The kids can run around with it. It's just something so simple. Anyway,
Perfect for summer. I
we've
love
got
it.
our lovely pieces of pineapple. So what I've done is I've taken the pineapple that we
Yeah.
prepared just now, cut it in half lengthways, in half again, and then taken the actual core out. You know
Okay.
that you should get that
That
core down
hard-
the center, that hard bit.
Yes.
Absolutely. Just slice it out. So we've got these lovely long sort of strips
Yeah.
of pineapple. So that's there. Other ingredients that we need: a little bit of cinnamon,
Okay.
a little bit of Chinese 5-spice, or any sort of blended sweet spices, nutmeg, cumin.
Oh, wow.
You know that's
Yes.
that's what I sort of want there. A little bit of star anise, a little bit of chili flakes. Entirely up to you. It is optional.
Funny enough, I've eaten some pineapple with a chili flake or two, and it's quite nice. It marries nicely.
Amazing. That, or maybe a little bit of drizzle of chocolate afterwards. I'm going to show you a bit of a basil cream. I've got some mascarpone and some
right.
basil, a bit of cloves and some salt.
Great stuff.
Now, I'm going to get you to do some work here.
You do that,
And
of course, for
straight
your
into
pineapple
here.
skewers. You can SMS the keyword pineapple to 33728. We'll send you on the Pick and Pay shopping list.
Right, and we need to
as
get
well as
something
the
in
link to
there.
the recipe.
Right, 5-spice, a little bit of cinnamon into there, and then 2 little cloves as well.
Can
So
I
if you
put
can
this
just bring
closer to me
You
on-
can
on this
indeed.
side?
Bring that closer.
Yeah.
Now, if you can just grind that down. I've got some bamboo skewers that I've just soaked in a little bit of water, especially when
Yeah.
I fry them. Always just soaking them in a little bit of water stops them from sort of burning and sort of disintegrating into nothing. And all you need to do is just skewer up the length, so down the center of your pineapple, and skewer all the way through very, very carefully, not to go through to the other end.
That's
and
it.
sort of prick yourself. And then it will be a real sort of apple pain, as you called it.
A lekker
And
appelpyn.
Anyway, just sort of go all the way through and just a couple of skewers. Oh, there we go. That sort of went a little bit too far. And that's as simple as that. I mean, it's really easy. And that rub as well. You
Yes.
get some wonderful sort of sweet flavors coming through from that.
That's it.
there.
I can
Oh,
I can definitely
is.
smell that star anise that actually
right.
Randy has
And then
one.
what I need to do is
Okay.
for you to sprinkle very generously that beautiful
I'm gonna pop that down there.
spice rub that you've got in there. So go on.
Can I just use my hand?
Just use your fingers in there and just sprinkle generously over the top of each one. Go on, yeah, there we go. Let's just sort of line them all up. And then
There
just get them covered in that there. A little bit of brown sugar if you
Yes.
really want to get that caramelization going.
There we go.
Entirely up to you. And onto the other side. And it's all beautifully covered just like that.
Okay, here we go. One more.
There we
one
go.
more. There we go.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
And then straight onto a super hot griddle or your braai, whatever you've got, the gas, the weaver,
That's it.
it all works extremely well. And pop it down. Now it is going to chow, caramelize very, very quickly.
Okay, because of
Let's
the- obviously the
leave those
sugars
there.
and whatnot in it.
Absolutely. And let those sort of just sort of balm out very gently. It's already ripe. We don't have to cook it up. We're just going to warm it very gently, but get that wonderful caramelized umami sort of flavor coming through on the pineapple.
Umami flavor.
And
Love
then
it.
take your basil and then place a leaf on top of a leaf on top of a leaf on top of a leaf.
Sounds
And
complicated,
it is
Chart.
it's not complicated at all. Very easy, I promise, I assure you. Then roll it up, and it's actually from the tobacco term
Okay.
called chiffonade. And
Yeah?
that chiffonade, all those little strips, and you'll see what I mean just now, exactly how they sort of do the cigarettes, or make the cigarettes.
Yeah.
And anyway, just sort of slice it up as you go, and then what you end up with are these lovely strands of basil, and that is what's termed as a chiffonade of basil.
Chiffonade of
Indeed.
basil. Of
And
course,
then-
that keyword, once again, pineapple to 33728. You can make your own pineapple skewers
Oh,
with some
lovely.
basil.
And then just pop that straight into your mascarpone cream
Mm-hmm.
and get in there. And I want you to sort of just work that in there. Get that basil, you know, sort of bruised, so
Yeah.
it releases some of that color, and then go on. Whilst
And
that
then-
sort of color in there, let's turn that over. Oh, look at that.
I'll tell you what, while we
Fantastic.
finish this up, here's a quick recap as to how we're creating our pineapple skewers this morning.
Combine mascarpone, cream cheese and basil. Grind together 5 spices powder, cloves, cinnamon and salt. Skewer pineapple onto sticks, then sprinkle with the spice rub. grill on a griddle pan until charred. Serve skewers with basil mascarpone, then sprinkle with chili flakes.
And really not complicated at all. You've got your mascarpone and basil ready
Basil,
there.
absolutely. And all I'm going to do is just pop that on, and just a little bit of warmth is going to start to sort of melt that down.
Yes.
And I mean, how simple is that? You don't really have to, but up to you. Another little sort of, we call it a little quenelle, just on the top there. And then go on, just to spice up the deal.
Yes.
Little sprinkling of that.
And what a nice little snack to accompany your braai. I think you should
Absolutely.
definitely make this one national braai chart. Thank you so
Yeah.
very much. That's
Absolute pleasure.
Keyword once again, pineapple to 33728. We'll send you on the Pick and Pay shopping list, as well as a link to the recipe. Now, I need to have a quick taste because
Go on.
I know
Into
this
that
didn't
cream.
have time to melt
Oh,
yet,
yeah, here you
but
go.
I'll just wipe it there.
Here we go. Just
Thank
tap
you.
it on there. You got that hot, that cold, that sweet, that spice, that kick, and everything, whatever you want. With the love of food, isn't it? Oh,
I love fruit on the braai. Who would have thought? Very, very nice. Ilana, I promise I will save you one. I'll try at least.
We found goodness in goed gedacht olive oil and all the good they do for the community. Pick and Pay, always there for you.